what makes me a bit angry about the whole change in the YouTube partner program is that many of the people who are seeing this change positive and are saying, oh, YouTube is not about the money, are usually the ones which also say you should keep YouTube, or you should think of YouTube as a business. And on that side, it's really not so good a change. But I have ranted extensively about my displeasure with the change. So today I want to share my thoughts on the pros and cons about the last YouTube partner program change. So let's start with the pro side, because there are not so many from my view, but I have to admit there are some possible positive effects and I want to take them from you. So one thing is that advertisers will probably be more confident, because YouTube now can argue that the channels which are going into the partner program are handpicked, they're checked, they have quality, but of course all the 99% which are already there won't be checked again. So let's see if this works out. Then probably the established channels will get a bit more money, a bit more security in their income. Can say I think it's a positive thing, especially for established channels, so they have more security in their planning and doing, and yeah, most of the watch time goes to those channels, but mostly these other channels which are already getting the money. So take from the poor, give to the rich, like in the real world. Yeah? But let's say some major creators are also struggling and not getting enough money. And on the same side, we will probably have less problems with videos getting not advertiser friendly, flagged or stuff like this. Maybe some, I can imagine that this gets a bit of less of a problem in 2018 because of the changes. Let's see. Also many classical ways of abusing the YouTube partner program, the spam websites, stuff of this, will for a short period of time disappear till they figure out how to do it in another way. So never thought as much of a problem, but of course for YouTube it's a bit of a problem. Also maybe this means if we have less creators which are able to monetize, there will be more manpower from YouTube side to check community claims. The misconduct the big creators do sometimes, the Logan Paul, PewDiePie, whoever. I just heard that some people put washing things there and mount the pads, which is explicitly a bad thing, however you do it. So yeah, maybe YouTube will do much more about it, because they will have more manpower. Who knows? We only can hope, because I think this is the real problem. If I do a bad video on my channel, only 2 people will view it and they will be mildly offended and maybe dislike my video. But for once I don't really do really crazy bad stuff, and just say some bad words or something, and on the other hand, as I said, only 2 people saw it, so it does not really hurt the whole community. So nobody's going to the hospital, no terrorist organization gets financing from me. My kids maybe could fall in this category, but they're only doing it with me, so it's probably not the same thing. So there's a couple of more neutral points. So once the change hit on February 20, we have a bit more pressure, which can be a positive or negative thing, but you have to bring the 4,000 hours of watch time in 12 months, and you also have to have always 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months. So once you drop below this mark, you automatically drop out of the partner program, and then you have to wait for 30 days until you can apply once again for the partner program, where your channel will be checked much more thoroughly and you will probably not be able to join once again. So you have the pressure to keep it up, which for some people a bit pressure can always be a positive thing. On the other hand, if you are a channel just in the range and you will want to take a hiatus, if you need a break, need a vacation, it's really not helping your channel at that point, and then you can drop out. And yeah, I think it's a positive and negative thing. It's not really neither one. Also a neutral thing is I think that other platforms around there which are trying to get in YouTube's marketplace are now having a much better chance, because I think one of the main features of YouTube was that it gave a small unestablished people a platform where they could work, could make themselves known, could build a business, build a community. This will be a bit more difficult now. It's not impossible, of course, and YouTube is not all about the money, of course, but I think at some point, if you start to buy equipment for YouTube, if you want a halfway decent editing software, some lighting in your camera, you can easily spend thousands of dollars or euros or whatever currency you're using on YouTube in a blink of an eye, and this makes it much more difficult to finance this stuff, because I think most people who meet the mark are not above it, but not in the area where they are making profits. But yeah, it's making it a bit difficult to get there, and I think for most creators, for me it's a hobby, and it's not really about getting rich on it at the moment, but it's about like maybe not losing money on it constantly, which you know will do for a much longer time than you have been doing. And another neutral thing is that we probably will have less AdSense accounts with like $2 in them, and which will never meet the payout marks. It's probably a bit easier for YouTube if they don't have to manage all the accounts which are never, and probably have to save the money somewhere back that they could pay out people if they ever made it above the mark. And also like if they close the accounts and you have like $2.50 in there, you will complain within that they robbed you $2.50, which they effectively have done, but probably it's they probably have more effort with it than they're actually making money from this. Now let's go to the negative points which I'm seeing. The video is already getting too long, which is a big negative point. So I think for the next days, things like sub for sub will flourish quite a lot, as well as the whole series of websites which are giving out subscriptions for money and stuff like this. Because frankly, for a channel like me, if I could get 775 subscribers right now, I would not have to worry much about the whole thingy. But as it is, I have to worry, and I will probably drop out because I'm just too lazy to cheat the system and also too honest in something. So probably this another thing which could happen is that they are starting to trade with accounts which are already in the program. So maybe some people will start selling their accounts for probably quite a lot of money. Also, the whole thing really feels like a punishment for smaller and middling creators for me, and especially punishment for the ones which always stayed honest, which never buy subscriptions, never did sub for sub. So the point that when you focus on 1,000 subscriptions for big channels is not much, but for somebody starting out, for me it took 2.5 years, 3 years. It took 3 years to get 100 subscribers. So now, since then, my subscriber count has grown almost exponentially. So I'm already at 225. But I still think it will take at least a year to get to 1,000. So 5 years of work. So it's less motivating than it has been before. And if I look at many people who started YouTube at the same time as I did, there are only very few left. So most people could not keep up with uploading, producing videos and stuff. So very few people even made 100, and this means in long term that many people which would make wonderful channels won't do it because they're just not getting the motivation, not getting the payback for the work they're doing. Another side effect of the whole thing is that it's now much more difficult to establish a secondary channel. So if you have a channel with 1,000 subscribers and I say, I make a secondary vlog channel, then I will probably need another 2 years to get that channel in an area where I could monetize on it. So I won't probably do it. too much effort, I think. So not quite sure if this is a really problem, but something I noticed, especially since I have a bit one secondary channel which is a bit smaller and would have just gone into the partner program when they announced the change. So yeah, shit happens doubly to me. And I think the main thing is really I don't see how this change will help against misconduct from the big creators. Because, as I said, the effect is much worse if somebody with 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers does something dumb and stupid and really bad, compared to somebody like me where only 12 people will watch the video, is doing something bad. And also another thing, YouTube is not really punishing such behavior, it's rewarding. Not YouTube itself, but the whole system. So if you do a really stupid thing, everybody will talk about you, you will get probably 1 million more subscribers. I haven't checked out Logan Paul's subscriber count. I wasn't even aware of the guy, but now I know him and everybody else knows him. Even if you're not subscribed to him, we know who he is, so he already made his goal, yeah? Just need to show some dead people and stuff, yeah? And then you are successful. So you have to go stupider and stupider and more extreme, and you get rewarded for this. This is how the system more or less works for many big channels. Also, I think another really negative effect for me personally, and I think for YouTube itself, is that now the focus is much more streamlined and normal channels. So like all the channels which are a bit more quirky, which have like multiple topics, which sound like if you're making animations and you can only put up one video every 2 months or something like this. These channels will do much worse now than they did before because of the pressure, of the watch time you have to bring, of the subscribers you have to bring. So I read in the YouTube buddy forums that one girl has a channel where she has 3 videos on it, and one is a viral one. So she made some money on it every year. Now she cannot make any money on it anymore. But I don't think this punishment is rightly there. And the whole process now just takes so much longer. As I said before, you could monetize from the start, and for me it took 2.5 years to get my first paycheck in December. Then I get my second this month, and then it's over. But I think now usually it will take like 5, 6, 7 years. Many creators will not keep on as long, and it will really lead to the platform lacking the talent which is coming in. So because when you have when I say from 100 creators which start out on YouTube, maybe 1 to 5 do survive a longer time. This will maybe go to 1,000, and I think it's not widely, because not all people are small creators because they lack talent, their channels are uninteresting. It's just there's so many people around there, it's hard to filter out, and some channels have much less subscribers than they deserve. Mine, especially now, I think mine is quite wide. No, I think many people don't have what they have much less than they deserve, and other people have much more than they deserve, to be honest. But it was not so big of a deal till February 20, so maybe they revise it, but I don't think so. I think this the whole change will not really make YouTube a better place. It will hamper the platform on the long term. It pissed off so many people at the moment. I saw some bigger channels also complaining about it. Some bigger people are praising the changes, but as I said, I think many bigger channels think they get more money now, and in the end it's mostly about the money for most people. So yeah, I don't see that this change will improve YouTube as a whole, and I hope YouTube is revising this policy at some point, setting the mark a bit lower. If they had gone to 100 subscribers and 1,000 hours of watch time, for example, it's much more of a achievable mark, and it's also in an area where the financial loss is not so big for the people involved. So would have worked as well. Maybe it's really about manual reviewing this stuff. Not quite sure, but I think as I said before, they're hitting the small people for the bad stuff the big people did. Many people negate it, but it's just how it feels for me as a small creator, and the whole mess which has been going on in the last year mostly came from bigger creators and what they did, as well as terrorists and stuff. But yeah, I feel we're not punishing the people responsible. We're punishing the people who are least deserving of a punishment, and this I cannot not find words. So just write in the comments what you think about my ideas, if you have another view of the whole situation. Yeah. And yeah, what do you think will this change bring to YouTube? Will they make the platform much better, or will it get worse? Will the competition, will Amazon Tube not take over, or somebody else? Yeah. Do we need another video platform which is really true and honest to everybody? I'm not quite sure. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other stuff. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It has been a pleasure, and I really appreciate your audience here.